Hi, I'm Karthik. I'm the father of Tara. Our daughter's in the kindergarten of Thraya. The reason we came to Thraya and we came looking around for an alternative school was because there are certain things which were very important to us in terms of how we saw her developing and what we wanted for her. So there's a curiosity. She has this great sense of wonder, and we wanted to help grow that and develop that and nurture that, but then also help her in terms of social development and confidence and just having a childhood that was very important for us. And so we tried a couple of other schools, and she moved a little bit here and there, and we tried a couple of places, and we didn't see them lining up to the values that we had and what we wanted, which is why we finally did try out. And we were very happy with our initial conversation with Meenu when we first came here to see the school, and then obviously our trust and happiness in the experience over here has just grown a lot over the last year or so. What we really like about Thraya and what we find has made a big difference to Tara is, one, in terms of we like the routine and the flow and the rhythm that they practice here in the school. So we have the same activities over the week, so the children know what to expect. We have regular activities, and they helps emotional regulation because of that sense of stability and the sense of routine and regularity that the school is able to drive. We feel that the school has given her, the teachers and the system over here gives her confidence and has helped her social development, by allowing her to interact with other children, but guiding gently the process. So if there's any conflict or if there's any challenges, then the teachers have been very helpful in guiding gently, so that children have their own space to grow and to learn and to interact with their peers on their own terms, and really settle into a system that they are able to be comfortable with. I think what we really love the most is this holistic development that the school is doing. So the different types of activities, from the gardening to the cooking to the even cleaning up their own classroom, which I think is really really important. And we also use their system over here to help her clean up at home. So it really helps us, in terms of these aspects as well. And I think it's very important for us. Then I think absolutely the most important is the joy and the warmth that the teachers and the staff and everyone over here brings into the interactions with Tara. And you can see that in the how excited she is to come to school every day, and the joy with which she talks about her teachers and all of the people who are in school. So that's absolutely invaluable. As parents, I think what's been really important to us is that the interactions that we as parents have had with the school, so the sessions that the school has done specifically for the parents, has helped us, especially talking to Meenu, the founder, has been really invaluable to us in being able to take these principles that have been practiced in the school and sort of extend that to home as well. So that our child is not seeing two different systems, but really it's just this extension of the home becomes an extension of the school, and then we're able to have this consistent interaction. And I think that's been super valuable to us. Emphasis on the child and the child's freedom and giving them the space to develop, I think, and develop in a manner which is not forced by external pressures of, you have to learn how to do this, you have to hit this milestone. It's really about the children developing themselves and growing themselves in an age-appropriate manner, so that we're not trying to get them to do stuff just because that's what everyone expects that their children should be doing. They shouldn't have to be reading and writing and spelling. So it's really more about having a childhood and developing their bodies and developing their sense of their own body first, before we start focusing on all of the other things which eventually you'll want from a school. So I think that's really important. So that's a standard discussion point, right? And I think since I'm also from an alternative education school where where I've grown up with these same conversations about, am I going to fall behind, or will I be able to keep up in competitive exams and all of that? I don't think that's ever a problem, because I think when you do need to eventually get into a system, it's once you have the tools, that's any child will be able to use those tools in whatever setting. I think it's not building them into a system, but giving them the tools and giving them the capabilities to then be able to adapt to whatever situations if they see in the future. I think that's the most important thing, and that's what we think is really important for our daughter. She's extremely excited to come to school every day. She has a great time. She talks very excitedly about her teachers and all the things that she's done, and so it's an absolutely great experience. And now coming here, it's a night and day. The sense of joy and the sense of wonder and excitement, it's fabulous.